if you're over 60, I need you to listen very carefully because right now in your kitchen, there are likely 3 very common drinks that are quite literally shrinking your brain. And the scariest part? It's happening a lot faster than you'd ever imagine. I want you to look at this number. 10 years. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania looked at over 36,000 brain scans, and what they found was absolutely staggering. Just 2 alcoholic drinks a day, think a glass of wine at lunch, maybe a beer after dinner, caused the same amount of brain loss as 10 years of aging. Let that sink in. 10 years. Okay, I know that sounds terrifying, but before you get discouraged, here's the good news. There are 3 simple, incredibly cheap swaps that can start protecting your brain tomorrow morning. And one of the most powerful ones, it costs less than 8 cents a cup. Now, you're going to want to stick around because the second shrinking drink on our list is a real shocker. Millions of us switched to it thinking we were doing our bodies a favor, making a healthy choice. But the science is now showing it could nearly triple your risk for dementia. So we're going to cover the 3 drinks that shrink, the 3 that protect, and then a super simple daily routine to make it all happen. Let's start with what's really in your glass. All right, first things first, we have to face the facts and identify the culprits. Let's break down the 3 drinks doing the most harm, starting with the one we were told for decades was actually good for us. Let's talk about alcohol. You know the scene, a lovely glass of red wine sitting on the counter catching the light. Or maybe it's a frosty mug of beer with condensation dripping down the side. For years, the story was, oh, a little is fine, it's good for your heart. Well, that advice is now dangerously outdated. The whole idea of moderate drinking being okay is a myth, and it's a harmful one. And here's the really scary part. Look at how the damage just speeds up. That massive UK biobank study found that going from no drinks to just 1 a day was like adding half a year of aging to your brain. But look what happens when you go from 1 drink to 2. The damage doesn't just double, it quadruples to 2 full years of aging. And 4 drinks a day? You're talking 10 years of wear and tear. It's not a steady decline, it's an avalanche. And if there was any doubt left, a huge study in 2024 involving over 300,000 people just settled it. The conclusion was crystal clear. When it comes to your risk for dementia, there is no safe amount of alcohol. Not a glass, not a drop, 0. It's a neurotoxin that eats away at your brain matter. But as bad as that is, the next one is worse because it pretends to be your friend. All right, here it is, the shocker. Diet soda. Just picture that cool silver can, sweating with condensation on a hot day. It looks so harmless, right? 0 sugar, 0 calories. What could be wrong? Well, millions of us made the switch thinking we were dodging the sugar bullet. But it turns out we might have been trading one problem for an even bigger one. This is what you call the health halo deception. Just look at this number. 3 times. A major study from Boston University followed people for a decade and found that drinking just 1 diet soda a day was linked to a nearly 3-fold increase in the risk for both stroke and Alzheimer's dementia. 3 times the risk from that one little can you thought was helping you. So how on earth is this happening? Well, researchers think these artificial sweeteners are launching a multi-front war on your brain. They mess up the good bacteria in your gut, they spark inflammation throughout your body, they confuse your body's energy signals, and some evidence suggests they might be directly toxic to your brain cells. It's just a perfect storm of damage from a drink that has diet on the label. And finally, we get to the one we all knew was coming, sugary drinks. Your regular sodas, sweetened teas, all of it. I want you to picture a glass of dark cola on your kitchen counter. Now, right next to it, picture a pile of 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's what's in a single can. This isn't just a sweet drink. The science is clear. It is liquid brain damage. The data from the famous Framingham Heart Study says it all. People who had just 1 or 2 sugary drinks a day showed real, measurable signs of faster brain aging. Their brains were literally smaller by about 1 or 2 years worth of aging. And their memory? They performed on tests like they were 5 or 6 years older than they actually were. In fact, this link between sugar and brain decline is so powerful, so direct, that many scientists have started calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes. All that liquid sugar creates massive insulin resistance right inside the brain, essentially starving your brain cells of the energy they need to survive. Okay, that's enough of the bad news. The great news is you can fight back, and it's easier than you think. Enough doom and gloom. Let's pivot to hope. Let's talk about the simple, affordable, and incredibly powerful drinks you can use to build a fortress around your brain, starting today. Let's start with my personal favorite, green tea. Just picture a simple white cup with that gentle steam rising from a beautiful pale green liquid. A huge Japanese study found that seniors drinking 3 or more cups a day had way fewer brain lesions. Those are the physical scars of brain aging. Other studies show that regular tea drinkers slash their risk of cognitive decline by an incredible 50%. And the best part? This amazing protection costs just pennies a day. Next up, one many of you already love, coffee. You know that smell in the morning from a dark, rich cup of coffee in your favorite mug? It's fantastic. But, and this is the most important part, it has to be plain. The second you dump sugar or, worse, artificial sweeteners in there, you turn this brain hero right back into one of the villains we just talked about. So what's the magic in that plain black coffee? Well, for starters, it's packed with anti-inflammatory compounds. It has something called chlorogenic acid, which acts like a bodyguard for your brain cells. And the caffeine itself does more than just wake you up. Research shows it actually helps block the formation of those sticky amyloid plaques that are the hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. And now for the most basic, most essential brain protector of all, plain old water. Your brain is about 75% water. It is literally a water-based supercomputer, and it is so sensitive. Just being 1% dehydrated can cause a 5% drop in your ability to think clearly. This is so important for seniors because as we age, our natural thirst signal starts to fade. You can be walking around dehydrated and not even realize it. But here's the most wonderful, hopeful piece of news I can share with you. While some damage from alcohol can be tough to undo, brain shrinkage from dehydration is completely reversible. When you drink enough water, studies using MRI scans show your brain tissue literally plumps back up to its healthy size. You have immediate, direct control over this. So, we know what to avoid and what to embrace. Now, how do we put it all together into a routine that's so easy you'll actually do it? This isn't about some complicated plan. This is simple, it's cheap, and it is incredibly effective. Here's the plan. It's 4 easy steps. 1. The second you get out of bed, drink a big glass of water. Picture it, a clear glass, a bright slice of lemon floating in it. Your brain is desperate for that hydration. 2. With breakfast, brew a fresh cup of green tea or plain coffee. Watch that steam rise from the mug. 3. Keep a water bottle with you all day. Don't wait until you're thirsty, just sip. And 4. At dinner, instead of wine, pour yourself a fancy glass of sparkling water with a twist of lime. It feels just as special, I promise. And what does this entire brain-saving arsenal cost you? Well, look at this. The water is basically free. A few cups of green tea might set you back 24 cents. A nice cup of coffee, maybe 20 cents. You can build a powerful defense for your brain for less than 50 cents a day. You're probably spending way more than that on the drinks that are actually hurting you. Let's just zoom out for a second and think about this number, 10,000. That's roughly how many drinks you'll have over the next 10 years. 10,000 separate choices. And every single time you pick up a glass, you're making one of 2 decisions. Am I shrinking my brain or am I protecting it? The effect of those 10,000 choices is just enormous. Look, you can't change how old you are. You can't change your genes. But you 100% can change what's in your glass. So I want to leave you with this image. Tomorrow morning, the light is coming into your kitchen. There's a clean white counter, and you're about to pour your first drink of the day. Just ask yourself one simple question. Is this drink shrinking my brain or is it protecting it? The answer you choose might be the most powerful thing you do for your health all day.